Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I invited you to this meeting to discuss the English lessons at our school. We now give only lessons to group 7 or 8, but I would like to see that the English lessons will be given at an earlier age in group 5, 6 with your group Tirsa, or group 1 to your group Kim. I gathered you here around to hear your opinions about that matter. Kim, what's your opinion?
I agree entirely because I think it's really good to start at an earlier age with English because children at that age can be influenced very easily because they are just young and so if we give them English in group 1 or 2, they can learn a second language very easily. And I think that's a really good thing because when they're older, they are using more English and they go to college. So I think it's a really good idea.
Well, you have a point there, but my children in group 5 don't, or their Dutch isn't good enough yet, so I think they should practice that more before they move on to another language. And besides, they also have all these new subjects like history and biology, and it's just all new for them. So maybe English is too much for them.
Yes, that's quite true, Tirsa. But I read in a newspaper that multiple studies and research say that when you learn English at an earlier age, you will succeed better in later life. Also, you can learn a second language better, and even better, it's better for our primary school because we have a high regard in comparisons with other primary schools in terms of English lessons.
Yes, I get Tirsa's point, but I don't think we need to give English very much at first. I think we can just start with 1 or 2 hours and then we finally expand it, but we can just start with 1 or 2 hours a week and we can just sing songs with them, we can play games, so I think they will even like it when they are doing this. So it's just a game for them, so I think it's a really good idea. But I get Tirsa's point that she says they have so much new subjects to learn.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't think just singing songs and watching English videos will help them well enough to become really good in English. So yeah, in the end I think we need to do more, and I don't think us as teachers are advanced enough in English to teach the children well enough. So how could we solve that?
Well, you both have good points here. Let me think. Maybe we.
I'm sorry to
Oh.
interrupt, but we
Yes.
can take courses after school, so we can improve the teachers' English, and that's where we can start with that. We have days for it to study it, and we can improve our English to give it to higher groups in group 5 and 6 or 7 and 8, for instance.
But if I have to take days off to study, then the children will have less time to learn all the new subjects. So
Yeah, but we can do it after school, afterwards.
I
The
don't
children
think
are free. We
Ma-
have
ma-
already to take courses.
I don't think my husband or children will like it if I'm away all the time.
You have both good points here. I understand the workload is a lot for you, especially because you give lessons in group 5 and 6. And in group 1 and 2, English is of course not as difficult as it is in group 5, 6. So maybe we can hire an English teacher, a native speaker, from London or Great Britain who can teach English. What's your opinion about that?
Now, I don't think that's quite a good idea because it's important for the children to get structure and yes, when they're just so young, it's important for them to have just one teacher. And if you're going to give them another teacher, it will be confusing for them. So they aren't going to listen to that teacher because they just need regularity. So I think that's really important for the children, and I don't think you can succeed with giving them another teacher.
I see what Kim means, but I think that it would work for my group because it will give me some more time to prepare other lessons, or I will just watch and learn from the native speaker. I will learn together with the children.
I agree entirely with Tirsa, and I understand you, Kim. Children in group 1, 2, and also in group 3, 4 need structure, but you're not advanced enough in English, so maybe we can use the English teacher only at Fridays. So the children will have a little bit structure, or will have a new teacher, but only on Friday, with you, of course.
Yeah, you have a point here, but as I said, I don't think that's going to work. I think it's a good solution to give another teacher to the higher groups, starting with group 5, 6, or for instance. But I think my children can just succeed with singing songs and playing games. So I think that's a really good idea. So maybe we can do something with my opinion.
Well, maybe we should take the opinions of the parents of the children in consideration, because maybe we should send out an email about our ideas and see what the parents think about it.
You're absolutely right there. So we should consider what the parents think about it. But I think it's really, in terms of the English lessons, it's really a decision we have to make. But we don't have the teacher from group 3 or 4 here, so we don't know what she thinks. She thinks about the English lessons. I don't know if she wants to give them. But you said you want to give the English
Yes,
lessons?
it's just one hour, maybe half an hour a week. So we are eating bread at school, so I can show them an English video or a song, and if we are going to repeat that song again and again and again and again, and they will recognize in the future the words and their meanings, and I think that's really important for my children because they are just so little.
Yeah, I think you have a few good points there, but and just watching videos will work perfectly for your children, but I have to think about it, what will work for my children.
Yes, we can give you another teacher on Friday.
Yes. Well, we have to think also about the teacher of group 3 or 4, the parents, as Tirsa said. So we will it's almost time, so we'll discuss this later. But thank you for coming, and yes.
We are going to discuss with
We're going.
with
Yes. But thank you for your honest opinion.
and another teacher.